Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today in this session I am going to explain about the product costing. In this session we are going to learn about what is product costing and how many types are there, and in that I will take one scenario and I will show you till the cost estimation, so how the prices will be updated in the metal master data. So let's get started. So first of all, this product costing. In product costing, we have two things. One is a product cost planning and a cost object controlling. So product cost planning is to determine the standard cost of the product. And when it comes to cost object controlling is based on the method of standard costing. The system calculate the target cost by multiplying the confirmed quantity produced by the standard cost per unit. And we have these many cost objects in broadcasting: production order, sales order, process order, and product cost controller. So these are the things we have in cost object in product costing. So when it comes to here we have two scenarios. One is MTS, make to stock, and MTO. So this MTS, make to stock process will follow randomly. They will produce the finished product and they will keep it in their warehouses. And when it comes to make to order, manufacturing will be started after getting the sales order. So now I will be covering with the first scenario, MTS, make to stock. So for this, what are all the required things we have to do? Those all things I will explain you here in this Excel file. Okay, yeah. So initially we have to create the one finished material and raw materials. So let me note down here. First of all, we need to create one finished product and the raw materials. I want to produce one car. I want to manufacture one car. So for that car, I need to create one finished product like this. And to manufacture this car, what are all the requirements, things we need to have? Let's suppose car body and car engine and tires, etc. So in my case I'm taking only these three examples, and these three will be my raw material. And this will be my finished product, FG. So first of all, we have to create these things, and then we have to create the activity types. Activity types needs to be created. Let me note down here. And then we also need to create one uh, cost element for this activity type with the cost element category 43. Category 43. And then we have to create a cost center for each activity type. Activity type. And then BOM, bill of material. and then we have to maintain the rates in activity type KP26, and then we need to create a work center, and then routing, and if that material we are purchasing first time from the vendor, so in that case we have to maintain the purchase info record PIR, and then we need to check our cost component structure, and then costing variant we have to check, and then costing sheet. Once all this master data has been maintained, then we need to check our configuration from cost component structure and variant and costing sheet, and then we can go ahead and execute the cost estimation. CK11N. Okay, and then finally we can mark and release pricing through CK24 transaction. We have to perform these many steps. So what I will do, I will create all the master data, and then we'll proceed with this from these steps, the configuration and how to execute this cost estimation and everything I will show you. Okay, yeah, let's get started. So here in transaction code mm01, I am creating the first, I will create the finished product, finished material, as we have discussed, like car BMW. I will mention like this, BMW. It's already there. BMW 001, and industry would be I'm taking as a mechanical engineer, and my material type would be FERT, finished goods, and then click on select views. And my plant is 2003, and sales organization also 2003. Just hit enter. Okay, one. My material group would be finished product 2001 here, and then just hit enter. Again hit enter. And then here we have to provide the valuation class. In my class, my valuation class is 2003. Just hit enter. Costing 1. So I have created this finished material, and then I will be creating this raw material, saying that BMW body, BMW engine, BMW tires. I will mention like that. So here I need to select raw material ROH. Just hit enter. Give the plant. And, production class would be 2000 for the raw material. Yes, 2000. And then see, I'm not mentioning any price here. Save. And then BMW engine, plant 2003. Base unit. Then we have tires. So we have completed this activity, creation of finished goods and raw material, and then we need to create the activity types. Now for the activity types, we need to access the transaction code KL01. Okay, so I'm going here, KL01. So here in KL01, first of all, we need to see what are all the activities that we have to manufacture this car from the raw material to finished goods. So in my case, I'm mentioning as assembling and QC, quality test, and packing. These three are my activity types. So I will be mentioning these three as BMW A, BMW Q, and BMW pack. These are my activity types now. So I will be creating this one BMW A now. So it is valid from 01.0/2024. Just hit enter. And activity unit price, I'm calculating per hour, and the category would be F for the production. I need to select this one F, and then activity category would be 1, manual entry, manual allocation, and then click on save. Okay, now we have to mention the allocation cost element as well. So let's create the allocation cost element first. So I'm going FS00. In my case, it's already created. So here we have this one, internal activity. So this should be a secondary cost element, and with the cost element category would be 43, internal activity allocation. So I'm copying this one. Cost element does not exist in, okay. My controlling area would be 2003. So let me set the controlling area first. Go back. Okay. I haven't seen this one. Okay, /KL01. Set controlling area, and then save. Then we have created A and Q. Hours and production, same thing. And then P. So now we are done with the activity types. So activity types we have created, and cost element C with the internal activity type cost element category, it is also created. And for the each activity type we need to create one cost center. So we will be creating the cost center now. Now for to create the cost center we need to access the transaction code KS01. So now and we have to create so we are creating a new product, right? So we have to create one more profit center as well. So let me create one profit center as well for this 51. Q. So now we have done with the cost center for each activity, and we also created a profit center. Now we will create the bomb means it's a bill of material. So to create the bomb we have to access the transaction code CS01. So let me maintain this transaction codes here. One profit center K51 K01 SS00, and the activity type would be KL01, sorry, and this one will be MM0. So for the bomb I will be so bomb bill of material, this we need to create for only for the finished product. Whatever we have created here, the finished product we need to choose. Again issue that we have to create the uh, bomb. So let me access the transaction code CS01. Okay. So this is my MW001 is my material, my finished product. Uh, okay, my plant is 2003, and then production, so we need to create select the usage as one, and then click on hit on enter. And here we need to maintain the item category as L, which is in stock item. So here I'm selecting my raw materials. We need to maintain the raw materials here, so I will be copying here from here. Okay, okay, these three I need to copy the raw material. Yeah, this one. Sorry, these are my activity types, so these are my raw materials, so we need to maintain the raw material here. Then types, then we need to give the quantity for each one body, one engine, one tire will assemble as a one finished product. So here we need to mention the quantity 1 and unit of measure EA, and hit enter and save it. Okay, we have, and just click on save. So our bomb has been created with our finished material, and then bomb is created, and then we need to update the activity rates with the help of transaction code KP26. So let me access the transaction code KP26. KP26. So here my version is 0 and period is 2. From period to period is 2 and physical year is 2024. And now, so we need to maintain the rates for our activity types. So our activity types are this: BMW, A, Q, and P. So and my cost center, and we have to give the cost center and activity type, and against to that only we have to maintain the rates. So just hit on enter and then click on this overview screen. So here we have to maintain the our fixed price, fixed or variable, against to this our unit value. My unit is HR, hour, per hour, how much I'm charging to complete this process. For let's suppose for assembling per hour, I need 150 hours. So I need 150 hours, and for a quality check I need 50 hours, and for packing I need 30 hours. And price per hour I'm mentioning as here 200, and this one is 150, and this one is 100. So for my packing, I have already mentioned the unit of measure as a hours, and here I am mentioning the fixed rate price. Price is 100. I'm just updating the price here. And then hit enter and click on save. And then in the same way, just change the cost center and activity type here, Q, quality check. For my quality check, I have mentioned 150 per hour. Maintain this one and just save. and then assemble. In my Excel file I have maintained 200 per hour. Hit enter and save. So now we have done the activity rates. Now we have to create the work centers. So work center, to create this work centers, we need to access the transaction code CR01, and these work centers need to be created for all the activity types against to the all activity types. So I am going to CR01 transaction code. So here I am mentioning the same names which I have the activity names. Assemble, just hit enter. Either a work center category or work center to be copied. Okay, so we have to give the 0001 here. So here I'm mentioning assembling, and then here we need to mention the usage as 009 for all the activities, for all task list. And then here we need to select the standard value key as SAP1 normal production. So here do F4 and select the SAP1 normal production, and then click on costing tab. Here we need to mention the cost center first, assemble in cost center. So just click on F4. So here this is my BMW assembling cost center. I'm selecting, and so here we are using the machine hour. So here we have to mention the our activity type. So my activity type would be BMW A itself, and then unit of measure, my unit of measure would be hour, and the formula needs to be selected as SAP002. I will show you what is this SAP002 here, the machine time. Okay, then hit enter, then click on save. Then same way I will be creating for the quality check, and here I'm maintaining the usage and standard valuation value key, and click on costing tab, and then select cost center queue, and here I need to select the activity type and hour and the same formula, save, and again the last one P packaging, and then usage is 09, and the standard value key again 1, and then go to costing tab here and select the cost center, and here select the activity type and activity unit, and then formula. Just hit enter and save. Now we have created the work centers. Now we have to after the work center we have to create the routings. So for that routing we have to go access the transaction code CA01. Okay, CA01. So now I'm accessing the transaction code CA01 here. So this routing we need to create against the finished product only. So this my finished product is BMW 001, and okay, this much. Just hit enter, and then here we need to select the usage as 1 production, and overall status released general, and then my plant is maintained. Okay, everything is there. Then click on operations. So here in operations, so here I need to mention my work center. What is my work center? I have to mention here. So my work centers are BMW A, BMW Q, BMW P. And here we need to mention the control key. What is my control key? So just click on F4. So here in this case my control key would be PP04. Yeah, this one, routing in-house production with check. And then so just hit enter. Work center BMW does not exist in plant 2003. Okay. We have already created the work center. Let me go to CR02 transaction. Okay. Okay, now I got it. Space issue. So now we have to maintain the base quantity. So base quantity is already 111, and machine hour rates we have to mention. Machine hour rates and our unit. So I would need this many hours to create this to for assembling. We have already maintained the rates in KP26 activity types. So here in routing we are against to work center, we are maintaining the hours. For assembling the all the parts I would require 150 hours. For quality check I would require 50 hours, and for packing 30 hours I would require. So these things we have to maintain there. So against to assembling I'm mentioning 150, and then quality check 50 and packing 30. Quality check 50 hours and packing 30 hours. Okay, then here I need to mention hours. Just hit enter and then click on save. So task list data contain errors. Do you want to check? No. Let me check what is the issue here. So information message 1, warning message. These are warning messages, so we can ignore it. Just go back and click on save. So now we have a routing was saved, created. Now go to this screen, and then we have to maintain the purchase info records for those three materials which we have for those three materials. So let me update the purchase info record with the help of transaction code M11. Okay, sorry. So my supplier would be this, and I need to mention the raw material for BMW body, and purchase organization would be 2003, and just hit enter. Okay, material BMW body is not maintained by purchasing. Okay, let me do that. MM01 Select views, purchasing, 2003, material group, raw material, and then save. Again M11. Okay, so just hit enter. Here I'm mentioning purchase group HSP standard quantity. I'm mentioning 100. So let me write down here. These are my raw materials. So for cord body, I will be charging 50,000, and then for engine I will be charging 1,50,000, and for tires 25,000. So my total raw material cost is 2,25,000. So now my cord body is 50,000, so I will be maintaining the price here, net price 50,000 for each. Oh, sorry, USD. Just hit enter and save, and then again body is done. Now engine. Okay, for engine also we have not maintained the purchasing. Okay, oh no. Let me check for the tires as well. Okay, okay, now refresh the screen. SNME11. So we have maintained the body. Now going for tires. Quantity would be 400 because 4 tires, and price would be 25,000 per each USD, and save. And then now what we have maintained till now. Now engine we have to maintain. So my price would be 1,50,000. Price would be 1,50,000 here. So now this one also done. So now what I will do you. So my raw material cost is 2,25,000, and for assembling I would require 150 hours, and each hour price is 200. So I will be calculating here this and this. So 4,500 will be manufacturing cost. Okay, so in total 2,25,000 and 40,500. My finished product cost would be these two. So let me take the this plus this one, 2,65,000 as of now. So then cost component structure. So I will show you the cost component structure first. For the cost component structure, we have to access the transaction code OKTZ and the costing variant OKKN, and then for the cost sheet KZ2, and for the cost estimation CK11N, and for the marking and pricing this one. Something strategy, something is there. The transaction code will be CK24. So we need to execute this transaction code CK11, CK11N and CK24. Once we execute the CK11N, system will show us the all the calculations with this amount 2,65,500. This is our raw material cost and this is your manufactured cost like assembling, quality, packing, these all things. So in general, in the real-time scenarios, we will be having some overhead cost as well. So first, let me execute the CK11N. Once we got this figure, we can see that this figure. After that, we will add some more costs like that administration cost and material overhead and production overhead. These all expenses we will add, and how we will add and everything with the help of these three transaction codes we have to do. So I will show you. Then I am going for the CK11N now. So just hit enter CK11N. So here we have to give our finished material BMW001 and my costing variant would be PPC1, and then hit enter, and then again hit enter. Now here we can see the values. Okay, so here we can see my raw material is 2,25,000 as I have shown you here in the Excel file, 2,25,000, and my manufacturing cost, production cost would be 40,500, and this is my production cost 40,500. So in my case already the configuration was already in place, so that's why system is calculating the material overhead and production overhead and administration overhead and these things. And so here also we can see the things, variable cost. So variable cost is nothing but our material cost plus material overhead cost. Okay, and then the fixed cost would be our production cost plus production overhead, and this total, this is our manufacturing cost 3,30,000. So this calculation also I will show you. So how system has been calculated, yeah, this one, material cost, material overhead and production overhead and admin overhead. So for this I need to access the transaction code. Okay, so first we need to maintain the our cost elements in the OKTZ cost component structure. So I will show you the your configuration in cost component structure OKTZ. So this is my cost component structure 01. So just select this one and click on here cost component with attributes. So for the raw material and production, so here we can see the GL account has been picked. Let me go back to normal mode. So here we can see these are my BMW A and Q and P is my ROM activity types. For the activity types, the cost element category would be secondary cost element category with the 43 cost element category internal activity. So how this GL has been picked here. So to understand this one, we need to go to this transaction code OKTZ. So here for the against to raw material. So so I will show you first the activity type how for the activity type how this GL account has been picked. We need to select this production and then click on assign cost component cost element interval. Just double click here. So here you can see against to cost component structure I have assigned the chart of accounts and the cost element secondary cost element GL account. Here you can see this is the production cost component is cost component category is 3 production. So it will update in the production. So 30,000 and 7,500 and 3,000 40,500 as we have shown here. The production cost manufacturing cost 40,400. And then coming to this my raw material 50001 consumption account. So it would be around 2,25,000. So 50,000 1 lakh 50 25,000. Just come one step back, select the raw material component here and then click on assignment component to cost element. So here you can see against to cost component structure I have given chart of account and given the cost element 5 all zeros 1 and cost component category would be raw material. So all the raw material values it will show in the raw material column. Here you can see one second. So here you can see all the total it will show here and GL accounts will be picked up by system here. GL accounts will be populated here. Based on this configuration only, system is finding the GL account and the amount and it's showing here in CK11N transaction. And apart from this, we have these 5002, 3, 4, 5. So these all are overhead costs. I will show you here as well. Then we can go back and here we have material overhead and just click on this component again. So here we can see 50002 material overhead cost component category is 4. So this is my GL account for 11,250. How this 11,250 came, how system has calculated that I will explain you later. That will come under the costing sheet where we have to maintain the formula and the percentage how much need to be calculated, everything I will explain there. In the same way, and material overhead here we can see 50002 and this one material overhead 22,500. Okay, this will be calculated on the raw materials, all the raw materials. And then we have I think admin overhead 50004. Cost component structure would be category would be 6. So here we can see 5006. Where is 5006? No, sorry, 4. 5004. So here we can see 11,250 admin cost. So on which whether its admin cost has been calculated on material or the manufacturing cost, we will get to know with the help of this costing sheet. So here I'm going to the costing sheet here, KZS2. Let me open this here. So these are the costing sheet. So for my one, I have selected the PP-PC1 standard costing sheet. So just select this one and click on costing rows. So here you can see a material and material overhead. Okay, just select this material and click on base, controlling area 2003, and we have to give the GL account here. So what system will do, whatever the GL account we are using for our material, we have to give the GL account. So system will identify this much is the material total. Okay, then go one step back and then select this one, material OH overhead. How much percentage on system should calculate the on material overhead. So here we are defining that here. So when you select here and click on overhead rate, so here you can see the rates here for the planned price, the actual price. I have given the 10%. So based on this percentage, system is calculating the material overhead. Let me write down here. OH. So what is my material cost? 2,25,000 into 10%. So here you can see 22,500. The same will be coming here, 22,500. If you want, I will show you like this. So here we can see material overhead would be 22,500, and then come one step back again and then select again this one, material overhead, and credit to which GL account it should credit. Here we can see here, give the controlling area, and we have to give the here our cost element, secondary cost element again. So I have maintained the secondary cost element and cost center and value 2. Based on this setup, system is creating these two, the GL account. Here you can see the GL account as well. It will create to material overhead. Likewise, for the production also, I have mentioned the production percentage, production overhead percentage. Here you can see 10%. So here I'm going again, production overhead. So my production cost is 40,500. So is equal to 40,500 into 10%, 4050. So here you can see production overhead 4050, and then likewise admin overhead. So for the admin overhead, we have this formula. So this admin overhead charges I'll be calculating on material. So in my case, in my scenario, I have chosen the material. So it's based upon the client requirement. So again here we can see the percentage, how much I have maintained for the overhead rate. So 5%. Here you can see the 5%, and we will calculate here admin OH on raw material, right? So here select this one into 5%, so 11,250. So the same we can see here, 11,250. Okay, now the grand total we can calculate, plus sorry, okay. So the grand total would be total overhead I will mention. 37,800, and my total production would be is equal to this plus this 3 lakh 3,03,300. So the same we can see here. My total production cost with all the overhead and material and production cost 3,03,300 per unit. And then once you are happy with these things, you just click on save. If we have any issues with this CK11N, here system will show the red mark, and we can see the errors here in this error log screen. Here you will see the all the errors, whatever the errors we have for this material, you can see here. Just go one more step back and then click on save. So here we can see the cost estimation is being saved. You can see here. Now go one step back here. Now we have to perform our final step. That would be mark strategy, mark prices, and CK24. The transaction code would be CK24. So I am going, yes, here /n CK24. So here you can mark and release the standard price. Sorry, mark and release. So first we need to do the mark, and then only we will be able to do the release those prices. So my physical year and period would be this 2 and 2024, and my company code is 2003, and plant would be 2003. Before executing this, we need to activate our company code here, marking elements. So here in my case, my company code is already activated. So just double click here and give your costing variant and click on save. It will automatically update it. Go one step back. Now I'm executing in the test run. So for the marking, just click on execute. So here system has given the message summary test run, 4 material, 4 cost estimates were updated successfully. Now go back. So here we can see the prices of the raw material. Body is 50,000 and engine is 1,50,000, and BMW tires is 25,000 is the raw material, and the finished product is 3,03,000 with all the other components. I mean to say, like production cost, overhead cost, everything. So go one step back here and remove the test run. Before I execute this one, I want to show you the material master for this my finished product mm03. So this is my finished product. I will select the views, accounting view and costing tab view only for the material prices 2003. So here you can see the moving average price 0 and standard price is 0. Here accounting tab 1 and costing tab 2. You can see here cost estimate, future cost is 0, current cost is 0, previous cost is 0. So when I execute the mark the standard prices, system will update the future price in costing tab 2. Okay, let's do it. Just click on execute. So here you can see the message as for material for cost estimation were updated successfully. Now go one step back. These are the price. This price should be updated here in the future tab. Let me go back one time. mm03 same 003. So here nothing is updated here. Accounting tab 1 and costing 1, nothing there. In costing 2, we can see, as I told you, system will update it when we mark as a mark cost estimate. It will update the prices here, future tab. Now when I execute the release standard price, just click on release here and select the test run. When I do this perform this release standard price, then system will update the prices, whatever prices here, that will be shifted to current price. Okay, and in next period when I'm again executing that time, the whatever the prices in the current, it will go to previous and it will come to the current price. The new prices will come here. Likewise it will shift. Now when I execute the release standard price, the all the price whatever has been here 3,03,300 will be shifted to current price. Let's see. Initially I will execute in the test run, then will I execute in the update run. So here we don't have any errors. Now go one step back and remove the test run and click on execute. So for material forecast estimates are updated successfully. So now I'm going again, just to refresh the screen. 03. So here in accounting tab, system has updated the standard price, standard price tab. When we are executing the mark standard price, at that time there is no impact in the accounting tab one. When we are when we are executing the mark for the standard price, it's only impacting in costing tab 2 in future. There is no impact at accounting tab. When I'm executing the program for the release standard price, at that time system once again system is updating the price in the accounting tab 1 in the standard price, and then the same is in future to current, it's transferring shifting the prices from here to here. So this is the process to execute the CK11N cost estimation. Okay, so as you can see here, the price is updated correctly, 3033,300 in the material master. And we also can see the for the raw material also the system will be updating the prices. So let me show you that one as well. I will take one material as example, engine. See here, standard price 1,50,000. So as we discussed this one 1,50,000, and the same would be updated in the current price 1,50,000. So this is the whole process for the cost estimation. We need to perform all this activity for the cost estimation to be to estimate the cost for the financial product, and it will update in the material master. This is the whole process. Hope you guys have been understood the session, and thank you so much for watching my channel videos. Thank you.